Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I'm going to show you how to do a full service interval on any Renault Koleos with the engine 2.0 DCI. Right here I have all the filters which I bought for this kind of car, and most of them are made by male filter, and the pollen filter is made by U filters. Also right here I have the drain plug with a brand new washer on it, and right here in the right side I have the brand new oil which I'm going to put into the engine. I choose to go with Castrol GTX, specially made for Renault. And the oil quantity which you have to put in this 2.0 DCI engine, it will be 7.4 liters of brand new oil. Also right here in this program is telling me exactly how much oil I have to put into the engine, and right here as you can see it's telling me to put 7.4 liters of brand new oil. And also on this program I have a lot of torque specs and a lot of important informations which I have to use for almost any car out there. And right here for example it's telling me to tighten the drain plug bolt to 44 Newton meters. Alright everybody, so with all of these things being said, let's go ahead and do a full service interval on this kind of vehicle. The first thing which you have to do is to open the hood. So to do a full service interval on this kind of vehicle, it's a very easy job. It can be done by anyone because all the parts which you have to replace are installed in a very open space. For example, right here in the left side, I have the fuel filter on this car. And right here in the right side, I have the air filter, which is only secured with two metal clips, which you have to push up, and the air filter will come out from its place. After that, the oil filter is installed right here under the vehicle, underneath the engine, next to the oil pan. And as you can see right here, in the left side, we have the oil filter, which is installed right here in a very open space. You'll have to use a 27mm socket to remove it, and you'll have to tighten it to 25 Newton meters. Right here we have the drain plug bolt, which you'll have to tighten to 44 Newton meters. The most difficult part when you are doing a full service job on this kind of cars, doesn't matter if you have a Renault Koleos or any other kind of Renault or a Nissan Qashqai, the most difficult part is to replace the pollen filter on this kind of cars. The pollen filter, it's mounted right here underneath the dashboard on the driver's side, and you'll have to remove a few plastics to reach the pollen filter location. It's in a very tight spot. It can be done, it's not impossible, but it's in a very tight spot and it's difficult to reach it. Alright everybody, so with all of these things being said, let's go ahead and drain the oil and replace the oil filter on this car. Okay everybody, so right here I have the oil filter cap. I already removed the oil filter from inside it and I threw it away. And right here you have to remove the o-ring from around it. You have to install the brand new o-ring which is coming into the box with the brand new oil filter, and you have to put it inside the oil filter housing, and you have to tighten it back on the vehicle to 25 Newton meters. After that, I recommend all to lubricate the o-ring from the oil filter housing very good, because you want to install it on a very well lubricated area, because if it's not lubricated, in some cases it can chip the o-ring or it can break it and you'll probably have an oil leak after that. So just lubricate it very good and install it back on the vehicle. So don't forget to tighten it to 25 Newton meters. After that, in my case, the oil has just finished dripping out from the engine, and I can put back the drain plug and tighten it to 44 Nm. Alright everybody, so far I removed all the oil from the engine, I removed the drain plug bolt, I tightened it back to 44 Nm, I installed the brand new oil filter into the oil filter housing and tightened it to 25 Nm, and right now it's time for me to go ahead and remove the air filter and also the fuel filter from this car. To remove the air filter, like I told you earlier, you'll have to remove these metal clips and you'll have to pull it out and you'll have to clean the area very good. Just make sure to cover the hose from the turbine because you don't want to push any dirt inside the turbine or the turbo soufflant, doesn't matter how you want to call it. I recommend all to put a towel inside the hose, and after that you have to use some comprimated air and clean the area very good like I'm doing right here, and after that you have to install the brand new air filter back into the box. Okay everybody, so the new air filter is installed back on the vehicle, and right now I'll go ahead and replace the fuel filter on this car. To replace the fuel filter, you'll have to remove some hoses, you'll have to remove 3 screws which are securing this metal cover over the fuel filter. You'll have to lift it up only after remove these 2 hoses, which will help you to prime the fuel system. You'll have to open them like this, using a special tool to push the little clips, and after that you can just pull it out from the vehicle by removing the clips from right here, and you'll have to pull it out. After that, just lift this metal part out of the way, and then you'll have one more bolt right here in the corner, which is securing the fuel filter mounted to the car. Just follow what I'm doing right here. You'll have to disconnect all the cables, you'll have to remove the little screw, and after that you'll have to turn it just a little bit until it will create you enough space to pull it out from the vehicle, and after that you have to install the brand new one into its place. After you finish removing the bolt, which is securing the fuel filter mounted in place, you'll have to turn it clockwise just a little bit until it will create enough space to pull it out and not hit into this little bracket from the filter. And after that you have to install the brand new one into the exact same position and into the exact same way. Alright everybody, so the new fuel filter is installed back on the vehicle, everything is mounted like it's supposed to be mounted from the factory, and now the only thing which you have to do is to prime the fuel pump. You'll have to push this little pump, you'll have to push it a lot of times until it will get very hard, and after that you can also remove one pipe to check it and see if you have enough fuel into the fuel filter, if the fuel just arrived into the fuel filter, and if you have a lot of fuel, this is meaning that the pump it's primed. So as you can see in my case, a lot of fuel came out when I pushed this little priming tool, and you'll have to put back all the pipes. You'll have to prime it a little bit more until it will get very hard, and after that you're done. You can go ahead and do the rest of the things on the car because the fuel pump is primed, everything is ready to be installed on the car, and the car will start very fine after that. Alright everybody, so as also I replaced the air filter, I replaced the oil filter and the fuel filter, and from here I only have to replace the pollen filter, which is installed into the vehicle on the driver's side, and I'm going to show you right now how to replace it and how to install a brand new one on the car. Right here from the driver's side you have to pull this plastic part, you have to put it away, and after that you have to remove this plastic part from right here from underneath the dashboard. You have to remove two more screws right here, those two, and you have another one right here in the corner in the left bottom. After you remove three screws, you have to pull this plastic part. You just pull it away, like I did right here. And after that, you have to pull this plastic part from the dashboard. Just pull it out and it will come out from its place. It's only securing it with a few more plastic clips. So as you can see, it came out very easy in my case. After you pull it out like this, you have to remove one more screw, which is mounted right here, and the other one, which is mounted right here. After you remove those two screws, the bottom plastic part will come out from the car and you'll have access to the poly filter on this car. So as you can see, it's installed like this, in this way. Just pull it out and it will come out from its place. Like so. Okay everybody, so after that you have to go right here, next to the gas pedal, on the right side, you have to remove this little plastic part. It has one clip at the bottom, you'll have to push this little clip and it will come out from its place, and after that you will only have to pull the pollen filter out and replace it with a brand new one. It's a little difficult to push the little plastic clip from this plastic bracket, but it can be done. So as you can see, in my case, I removed it, I was able to push the little plastic part, and now I can just pull out the pollen filter from the car. The pollen filter on this kind of cars has a special bracket which you have to pull from it, because they are specially made in this way, because they are in a very tight spot, and if you don't have this little bracket on the pollen filter, it will be very difficult for you to pull it out from the dashboard. So right here I have the brand new pollen filter, which I place it back into its position, and from here I just have to push it inside and that's it. You'll have to push back the pollen filter, you'll have to put back the plastic part, the plastic cover from the pollen filter, and after that you have to install everything back together like it was before from the dashboard. Very good everybody, this is the last plastic part which I have to install back on the dashboard. So far I installed everything back together, all the boards are secured, everything is installed like it's supposed to be installed from the factory, and from here the job is done. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put 7.4 liters of brand new oil into the engine, and then I'm going to start the car to see exactly how the engine is behaving and how everything is working so far. Okay everybody, so as also I installed the oil back into the engine, and from here I will go ahead, I will start the vehicle, and I will show you exactly how everything is working so far. Okay everybody, so as also the engine started perfectly, everything is working perfectly so far, and from here I recommend all to check the oil filter to check for any leaks. I recommend all to check the fuel filter for any leaks, and also the drain plug bolt. And if you have no leaks, if you have everything working perfectly, this means that you did a very good job. This means that the service which you did on your car is perfectly, and you have finished the job. So as you can see, in my case everything is perfectly, everything is working how it's supposed to be working. Thank you all for watching. This is how to do a full service interval on any Renault or Nissan with the engine 2.0 DCI. If you like the video and found it informative, please leave a like and a comment down below. See you next time.